for movement number one, we're going to be doing Cossack squats, or what is lateral squats. Okay, the most important part here is that when you go to each one of the sides, you have to make sure that your heels are on the ground. So I'm going to start with a wide stance, right? And from here, I'm going to bring my hips still back because it's a squat, and I'm going to go down into my heel. This foot, you can have your heel or you can have your toe. It's up to you. But the most important part is that the foot that I'm going to, you are supporting it by your heel, okay? If you want to take a look at it from the side, this is how the heel should look. Okay, I'm gonna go here and then heel down. Okay, notice how my heel is on the ground. Cossack or lateral squats, whichever you want to call it. Movement number two, lunges. Forward lunges, we're not stepping back, so we're gonna go forward, knee to the ground, 90 degrees here, okay? 90 degrees here, knee on the ground, and then I push back. I go forward, 90 degrees, keeping my knee behind that toe. 90 degrees, the back leg, right? Knee touching the ground, and when I stand up, I push through my toe and I push through my heel to stand up. All right, lunges. All right, for movement number three, that's we're gonna use a chair, or in this case, a bench, right? Anything you can put both of your legs on it, right? It's gonna be elevated glute bridges. We did a little bit of a version last week. Now we're gonna do something that might be a little bit easier for some of you, might be a little bit harder. So we're gonna elevate our foot by putting both of our feet on the actual bench. And as support, we're still gonna use our back. Here, hopefully you can see me there. All right, and from here, hands on the side. So you're gonna feel a lot of pressure in the back of your legs, okay? But those are elevated glute bridges. All right, movement number four. You're still gonna need the bench, but now only for one leg. What we're gonna be doing is Bulgarian split squats, okay? It's basically a lunge, but it's gonna be a little more complicated because your back foot is gonna go on the bench. What part of your back foot? Some people like to put just their toes. I do prefer it if you put your shoelaces on top of this, okay? Now, let's do this properly because it can be a little bit too difficult for some of you, but in reality, it's easy. So we're gonna put our back foot shoelaces on the bench, right? And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna step back. Keeping that foot there, I'm gonna go back, hips go back. Why? Because I wanna make sure that I am not over my knee. So I'm gonna go back and down, okay? Ideally, I wanna touch the ground. If you're half an inch up, that's okay. But notice, the same as in the lunge, right? 90 degrees here and my knee behind my toe. And then I press. I am going back to sit on the other leg, all right? So if you want to take a look from this side, same thing. And again, we're doing single leg work or unilateral work. So one leg is going to be easier than the other one. How do you make this more difficult? If you want to make it more difficult for you, you can either grab a goblet any way you want, or if you have two dumbbells, you can have them on the side, all right? That's it on the new movements for today.